Okay, guys. Hey. So Peggy Ovire made a post on her Instagram saying, "Thank you, Jesus, it's done." And then one of her friends now tagged her and said, "Congratulations, her friend is officially divorced," something like that. So, my people, could it be that it is now official? We already know that they've been going back and forth this divorce case, okay? Well, who would have believed that we would one day be sitting down to discuss Peggy Ovire and Frederick Leonard like this? Honestly, if you followed Nollywood between 2022 and 2023, this to look like one of the those couples that would last forever. The chemistry was there, the love was loud, the social media posts and tweets, and many people genuinely admire them. But as they say, social media only shows what people want to see. So let's rewind this entire story from the beginning. So Peggy Ovire and Frederick Leonard had reportedly dated privately for years before finally making their relationship public. Frederick actually surprised many people when he publicly unveiled Peggy on her birthday. Fans immediately started screaming finally because people had suspected they were together for a long time. Then came November 19, 2022. Their traditional wedding in Warri, Delta State was beautiful. Nollywood celebrities attended, pictures flooded Instagram. Everyone was saying relationship, like, you know, Frederick couldn't stop talking about how much he loved Peggy. Peggy looked extremely happy. At that time, many fans believed they had found genuine love in Nollywood. For several months after the wedding, everything looked perfect. They posted romantic videos, they attended events, people admired them. Then little by little things started changing. Not overnight oh, just small small signs. Around late 2023 into 2024, fans started noticing that Peggy would sometimes appear without her wedding ring. Now normally, that shouldn't automatically mean anything, Abby. People remove rings for different reasons, okay? But because celebrities live under public scrutiny, fans noticed it immediately. They then came December 2024. Peggy posted Christmas pictures alone. There was no Frederick in the picture, no family pictures, still no wedding ring. Immediately, people started talking. People became detective. Where is Frederick? Why isn't she wearing her ring? Is everything okay? What then? That was when divorce rumors first started exploding online. Abi, within Nigeria, then something else happened. Both of them started posting what many people described as cryptic messages. Frederick shared messages talking about being misunderstood. Peggy shared posts talking about how bad treatment can change a person's behavior. Now, neither of them mentioned each other's name, but you know Nigerians now. Everybody started connecting dots. Blogs picked it up immediately. Speculations, started growing within Nigeria. Frederick eventually reacted. He became visibly annoyed. He basically told bloggers to leave his marriage alone. He said people should stop analyzing whether his wife wore a ring or traveled alone. According to him, Peggy could post alone, travel alone, or choose not to wear her ring without meaning there was trouble. He insisted their marriage was private. Within Nigeria for a while, things became quiet. Then, around May 2025, Peggy attended another event again. No wedding band. People asked questions. Instead of directly answering them, she simply posted something along the lines, "No matter what room I step into, I'm coming in as me." Again, people read different meanings into it. Within Nigeria, ironically, later in 2025, Peggy even posted Frederick while they were working together on a movie set. That temporarily calmed the rumors. Many people said, "See, we told you people they are still together." But looking back now, maybe they were simply being professionals. You understand? Um, Fast forward to January 2026, boom, Peggy quietly removed Frederick Leonard's name from her Instagram bio. She didn't even announce it, though. She did not explain it, though. People started noticing again. You know, Nigerians now, they notice everything. There's no going back once they start noticing. Oh. The rumors began again. This time it was even louder because the couple had also stopped celebrating birthdays publicly and were rarely seen together anymore. Then, February 2026, this was probably the biggest clue. Peggy posted a very long message. She described a woman who discovers that her husband is allegedly sleeping with a married woman. She ended the post by asking one simple question: would you remain married to such a man? Hmm. At that time, many people thought she was simply asking relationship questions. Nobody knew that months later, people would return to that same post with fresh eyes. Then, June 2026 happened and everything exploded. Peggy finally broke her silence. Uh, she publicly called out Frederick. She alleged that he was involved with a married woman who has 4 children. She claimed the divorce matter was already in court. According to Peggy, Frederick himself wanted the divorce but allegedly failed to show up in court after being served papers, and instead he sent a lawyer. She equally challenged him to appear at the next customary court hearing so the divorce could be finally completed. She even wrote words to the effect of, let's make the divorce done and dusted so both of you can finally be together. Omo, that statement shocked the social media platform. See, things became even messier when Peggy shared a video showing Frederick with another woman. Online investigators quickly identified the woman as actress Angel Nikki. Peggy's post led many people to speculate that Angel was the person she had been referring to in her earlier messages. However, this is very important. Those are allegations made by Peggy. As of the latest reports, neither Frederick Leonard nor Angel Nikki has publicly admitted to any affair. And no independent evidence has publicly confirmed those allegations too. So where does everything stand today? Publicly, the marriage has clearly broken down. Peggy has openly confirmed they are in divorce proceedings. She has also made serious allegations. Frederick has not publicly responded in detail to those specific accusations, and fans are still watching to see how everything eventually ends. Now, let me say something personal. Nobody celebrates divorce. Marriage ending is painful. It means two people who once promised forever couldn't make it forever again. Okay? But one thing that genuinely stood out to me in this situation is that Peggy and Freddie don't have children together. Honestly, that is one small messy because divorce is already emotional. It is emotionally exhausting. Once children are involved, the relationship rarely ends completely. These are birthdays, school matters, co-parenting, medical decision, family events. Communication never truly stops. So sometimes when the marriage ends and there is no children involved, but the connection lasts for decades because of children. So whether there are no children involved, painful divorce can be very painful. Both people can eventually close that chapter completely and begin healing separately if children are not involved. Now that doesn't make divorce a good thing anyways. It simply means fewer innocent people are caught in the middle. Children often become the biggest victims of divorce. Yes, let me dey tell you. Many grow up torn between parents, exposed to conflict, feeling like they have to choose sides. Whenever adults separate peacefully without children being dragged into the drama, it removes one of the biggest long-term burdens. Maybe that's one lesson all of us can take from this. Never assume a perfect marriage because of Instagram. Oh. People post highlights, not private battles. Another lesson is that communication matters a lot. When problems are ignored for too long, resentment grows. Also, don't idolize celebrities' relationship. Celebrities are humans too. They laugh, they cry, they fight, they get disappointed just like everyone else. And finally, if a marriage truly cannot be saved despite every sincere effort, ending it with dignity is far better than living in constant bitterness and emotional abuse. Whatever eventually happens between Peggy and Frederick, to be honest, I genuinely wish them well. I wish them healing, peace, and happiness moving forward. Any guys, what do you have to say about this?